Hello everyone, welcome to August's Elder Scrolls Online stream, where we play Elder Scrolls Online and drink grape juice plus. I haven't decided what I'm going to do today. I'll probably just do some more questing in Cold Harbor. I never finished it last time. I haven't really actually played it in the last month, so I'll probably be picking up exactly where I left off from the last Elder Scrolls Online. And hopefully I don't experience the same memory leak I did before where I get continually degrading performance. The frame rate would start out just fine and then just gradually degrade into the teens. So it's pretty bad. So let's just hope it works out a little better this time around. So with that, I'm going to pause it briefly while I enter my password. Yes, if you haven't joined the stream before, there's a nifty little visual to see. This game I often play with the Steam controller, and depending on how much wine I drink, you'll see my my speech and my motor functions degrade, but I rarely ever drink enough to get that drunk, so it probably will not happen. But right now my wine glass is empty, so once I'm into the game, I will be taking a very, very quick jaunt out to the other room to fill my glass with some more grape juice plus. Why, it does have a long load time though. Hey, Epiphany. Wow, it's taking a really long time to load, isn't it? That would make sense if I was going into Cyrodiil. Plus, I'm fairly certain the PC crowd is a lot smaller than the Xbox or PlayStation crowd. Even though PC is typically the home platform for MMOs, like historically. I think Elder Scrolls Online is really the only major MMO that's available on consoles. Alright, so here's my Nord. Apparently my Nord is not in Cold Harbor at the moment. Maybe I decided to do some questing in some of the other faction zones. But, yeah, let's just hope we don't have the same kind of memory leak that we did before. But I'm going to click play, and then I'm going to walk away to top off my my glass of wine here. The 11 million is probably, like, I'd really be very surprised if it's 11 million, but I'm pretty certain if it is 11 million, that's all platforms. That's definitely not, like, per platform. Because there's no way ESO has come even close to WoW at its peak, and WoW at its peak was 12 million. It's not even close, like, when you're, like, talking for PC. I'm pretty certain that out of that 11 million, probably the PC crowd is like maybe 1, maybe 2. Typically, most other non-WoW MMOs usually peak at between 1 and 2 million subscribers. But, you know, these companies don't usually provide the numbers for this, and even, you know, like Blizzard doesn't do that anymore. Alright, so... frame rate is not 60, but it's decently close. Alright, so usually when I start these streams, the first thing I do is crafting writs and the stable, because I haven't maxed out my stable yet. I'm getting close though. I haven't really played it in the last month at all, so...
Have you come looking for...
Yeah, I'm a little over halfway through the last stat. So let's go see what we have in terms of the crafting writs. Okay, so we have the Enchanter Writ. And I wonder, like, about the 11 million players. Is like, that's 11 million, like, who still play, or is that 11 million throughout the history of the game? As that presents just a question in and of itself. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played in so long that I'm now on the first daily reward. Alright, we'll use one of those scrolls, since I play so infrequently that I'll end up using them all. So let's use this one, because that'll save us one thing. Let's use that. Oh, because I used it the last time I played, so I only have one buff. Alright, so let's see if I got kicked out of any of my guilds for inactivity. No, surprisingly not. It's supposed to be every 30 days, and I'm fairly certain it's been about 30 days since the last time I played. I'm pretty certain it's 11 million across all 3 platforms historically all time. Like 11 million different accounts have been created. That doesn't take into consideration how many are actively played or how many are duplicate accounts. So it's probably just 11 million accounts created. you know, from the history of the game, because companies like that like to like mislead their numbers through you know, like methods of just like, because they don't say what the numbers actually represent, you know what I mean? So there's probably some like some liberties with how they're representing themselves. Because like WoW is actually taking a dig at a lot of the other like MMOs that did that by showing all of their accounts ever created and stuff like that, and the numbers are like almost literally astronomical. It's crazy. I think the WoW has had the total number of unique accounts created in WoW is something ridiculous, like 30 or 40 million or something like that, and I think there's been something like 100 million characters created. It's just nuts how much there is. I don't remember where it is. I'm sure you can find an infographic out there, but it's ridiculous how big the game has been, and it's well past its peak too. Its peak was during the beginning of Cataclysm, which was by many accounts one of the worst expansions to date. I think Cataclysm gets a lot more hate than it deserves. Well, yeah, like bots are gonna be like another thing, like the Chinese gold farmers, as it were. Like the way Blizzard handled the gold farmer issue is they have tokens you can buy game time in game with actual gold, or you can use real money to buy those tokens to sell like in game in the auction house. It's a special section of the auction house, but the idea behind it is, the way Chinese gold farmers work is they go out and they just kill mobs, and then sell everything. That adds the gold to the economy and causes massive inflation because it increases the total available gold in the game world. The reason why the WoW token fills that void is because, one, it gives people with a lot of gold an option to pay for their subscription with in-game currency, so they don't have to use their real money. So if they have a lot of time but not a lot of money, they can farm for the gold in game, pay their subscription that way. Whereas if you have someone who works 60 hours a week and they only want to come home and play a couple hours, they don't have enough time to earn the gold, but they have all the money from working 60 hours a week. But you know, here in the United States that doesn't really mean anything, but that's a whole other issue. But they can buy gold with these tokens. So the reason why that doesn't lead to inflation is because what happens is the person buying the time is basically giving gold to the person who is selling the token. So it's just a transfer of gold. It's not actually creating any gold. The net impact on the economy is zero because it's just transferring gold from one person to the other. It might actually remove gold because I think the amount you sell it for is less than the amount you pay for when you buy it. So what happens when the player buys it, like say the person who buys a game token for $20 sells it for, you know, 200,000, and the person who buys it might buy it for 250,000. Bang, you just pulled 50,000 gold out of the economy. Because like anything that's bought in the auction house, there's an auction house deposit, and that stuff just goes into the void. It removes gold from the economy. Alright, so we got the... Oh wait, we have to do some crafting. Why did I go to the bank? I have no freaking clue what I'm doing, I guess. Go back to the enchanting station. I got a little sidetracked there. I walked in and then walked out, apparently. Alright, let's make, what was it, a greater glyph of health with Ta. So I believe I'm still on Rara. So Rara, what do we say it was? Health? Yeah, health. So it's Rara, I believe Oko? No, it's Mako. No, that's Magicka. It is Oko. Oko and Ta. Yep.
Rara, Oko, Ta.
There we go. So let's go, let's see. Do we have any other writs? Do we have enough to make the alchemist, blacksmith? Let's see. I don't know how much ebony I have off the top of my head, or the forgetting leather or whatever. I hate provisioning. It's such a terrible profession. Alright, so let's go to the crafting hall and see if we can make the blacksmithing or clothier writ. Yeah, it looks like the frame rate's degrading again. Maybe this is a busier area. It's still like in the high 40s though. Alright, well let's refine that. Refine that. See what we can create. We don't have enough crush fiber, but we're doing leather now, so we only have 30. That is not enough. So we can't do the clothier. Let's see about the blacksmithing. First, let's see if we have anything to refine. Yes, we do. Let's see. What can we create? Ebony, 48. That is not enough to create anything, so we're SOL there. Where's the woodworking? It's over here, I believe. Alright, so let's see if there's anything to refine. Yep, there is. See what we can create. How much do we have here? 33 sanded yew. We don't have enough to make anything else, so enchanting it is. Alright, we did that, so let's see what we have now. Let's go back to the enchanter's place and we'll see about I haven't been able to, like, I think the reason why I was in Bankerai in the first place is because one of the guilds I'm in had a trader that was in this area, and I went and looked for it there, and I could not find the trader, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I might just end up, like, because I'm low on inventory space, and I have, like, a lot of stacks of miscellaneous crap, and I definitely need to get rid of it. It's low-level materials. I have an alt. I might go back to the alt and log into the alt to, like, grab them. So let's see if I can go into the bank, deposit the low-level materials, and then put them in the bank for... No, the bank is shared. Crap. I'll put them in the inventory of a low-level character. Yeah. See if we can do that. Let's do that.
By Zenithar, it's good to see someone with a heavy purse again. We haven't had a deposit in days.
Oh, really? Well, that's useful. Sell. What was I going to sell? That's the real question. Definitely sell 2 of these, because I don't really make poisons that much. I don't know what they're typically going for. Listing fee for house cut 28, profit 368. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's list this too. Well, that's the truth. Well, I mean, it depends on the game and all that, but that's generally true. Like, it's a good way for a character who doesn't have a high level professions or anything like that. It's a good way to earn money. That's true in most MMOs. I don't care if I sell it for 10 times that. I don't feel strapped for cash, so it's not that big of a deal. What else was I going to sell? Trying to remember what I had. Are they not in my bags? Or I had more than that. Because I keep all of the raw unrefined stuff generally, and then put the refined stuff in the guild bank. I had a reason for doing that. I can't remember it off the top of my head. So let's see what we actually have in the bank. So first let's deposit that. Deposit that. Ingots all get applied. Deposited. Scraps we leave in the bag. Did I forget I had that, or did I keep that to research it? I don't remember. I don't know why I have all those things. Yeah, my capacities don't seem that. I think I might have already gotten rid of that stuff. Okay, that solves that then. So let's see here. Let's look at what we have in terms of quests. City in blank. In black.
Feels like I've been at this forever.
My viewpoint on things like motifs is I prefer to learn them before I sell them. So duplicates I'll sell, but I'll learn them first. Because I tend to be more of a completionist with everything, and this just annoys me. Like in WoW, my leatherworking is like so far from complete. There's so many like old world recipes I still have to get. Like professions, one of the big differences between professions in WoW and professions in Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online you can learn all of them. WoW you can only pick 2. And that includes gathering professions. You can choose to go to crafting, you can choose to go to gathering. WoW also has secondary skills, which every character can learn. So your secondary skills are cooking, fishing, archaeology. Used to be first aid. There is no more first aid anymore with this patch. Then your professions, I don't really feel like reciting them from memory, but you have like, often there's a gathering profession that complements a crafting one. Like for example, skinning complements leatherworking, mining complements mining complements jewel crafting, blacksmithing, and engineering. Herbalism complements inscription and alchemy. Then tailoring, well, cloth drops from creatures, so you get all the materials you need that just from playing. And tailors have a hidden buff that actually makes the stuff drop more for them. So, oh yeah, that's right. We were working on a quest here the last time we did it. So let's talk to the queen here. Yeah, my frame rate is tanking quickly. It's already down to like in the 30s. Yeah, the Somerset patch really screwed up the game's optimization. It's just like got a bad memory leak or something. Like indoors, my frame rate should be like crazy high indoors. This is not a complex area to render, and this isn't a terribly graphically demanding game. So it's just, I know I have a slow CPU, but my frame rate here should not be 50. It should be like just sitting at 100.
Somehow I had a feeling I'd see you again. Tell me, has Glerica gotten herself into trouble this time? Or is it that the Duke didn't take kindly to you questioning his decisions? Oh, come now, you can't expect me to believe that. Has Glerica resorted to trying to deceive me now? This is a jest, right? Surely, Duke Renchant would never even consider such a thing. I can't believe what I'm reading. How could Renchant be such a fool? Has he given up on defending the kingdom and decided to accept the lesser of two evils? This is simply mad! Of course not, though I can blame myself no less. I'm the one who trusted the fool. He's apparently just a damn coward. You know, Aemond told me Renchant was naive. You've now given me proof of this fact.
What is this item? You know, you could actually mouse over and get the tooltip if you use the keyboard and mouse interface, like, and see what the item is before actually completing the quest. It's one of the things I don't like about the console UI. There are some things I do prefer with the gamepad mode UI. Like, I like how the inventory is organized better.
Damn it. He's leaving me no choice but to take back the throne. I know Glerica will be pleased to hear that. Where is she, by the way? Smart girl. She always has been. I suppose I should have listened to her. Very well. We need to do this smoothly. The city has suffered enough. We don't want a battle in the streets. We need to take time to do this right. How much time do we have? Gods, there goes that idea. You must root out these spies right away then. Do not use weapons, though. That will cause a panic, and I don't want that. Find Glerica and Sir Jarnet and figure out another way.
There are things I like about the console UI. Like, the thing I like most about the console UI is specifically how the inventory is managed.
May the gods keep you, my courageous friend. No, he needs to watch his cowardly little plan crumble first.
So, just to show you what I mean, if you go to the inventory here, and you go to materials, like, it's sorted by, you know, like alchemy, blacksmith, clothier, enchanting, etc., etc. Everything is like. Now I'll show you by going to the normal keyboard and mouse UI. Like, if I mean, it has the same sections here, but when you go into materials, it just dumps everything all together. Like, just straight up just dumps them. You know, you could sort them by name, but it still mixes everything. You can sort them by value, it still mixes everything. Or does stat? No, yeah. See, it's just, it doesn't sort things by like category like it does with the console UI. And I think that's terrible. I think that's horrible because you can get a lot of crap here, and it's like starts to become a chore to try and find it, you know? But I mean, what can you do? But I mean, I don't mind that extra tabs here for everything. And like, there are some things I like the fact that you can mouse over and compare and do all that. You know, like you can right click to get all these things, and not just that, but like you could do them right in the character's thing. You can like do all that stuff. It's much easier to do some things with the keyboard and mouse, but some things are just much better with the console UI, and in particular the organization is better. So it's just let's see, what was that? Increased inspiration. Oh, that's the morning sash. Alright, let's go go back and extract these things. The other thing I like about the
Sorrow seems my only
the keyboard mouse, or the console UI over the keyboard and mouse, is I've gotten to the thing in games where I really don't like having to hold sprint. I prefer shift, like a sprint toggle, and this game is not a toggle with keyboard and mouse, so you have to hold your pinky on the shift button for, you know, for days, it seems like sometimes. And I don't like that. I prefer it to be a toggle. Alright, so deconstruct. Nothing to well, let's see what we can research. I have no researchable traits. Holy shit, the frame rate's bad. It's so unplayable. It's getting to the point where it's unplayable now. Alright, so let's deconstruction. Deconstruct this. One thing I like about Elder Scrolls Online over Skyrim, if you rebind keys for the keyboard and mouse in Skyrim, the prompts when you're crafting do not reflect that. You have to just know what the keybind is, and that's pretty terrible. Like, it makes the assumption of default key bindings, so like it just shows the default key binding. That bugs me when games do that, when it just shows the default key bindings instead of like the ones that are at the actual key bindings. It's just bad design, in my opinion, when you start to do that. Let's go back to gamepad mode. Alright. Okay, the controller's not responsive enough. There we go. No, the frame rate shouldn't be that bad at all. The game has a memory leak, I'm sure, because that would explain why like the frame rate just progressively gets worse. Because when I started out, it was sitting at about 50, 55 here, almost 60, and now it's like down into the 30s. And I vaguely recall just simply logging out and back in fixes it. Alright, so what are we doing now? We have to meet Glarica and Sir Jarnot. Let me go back and see if it restores the frame rate by going back to the character selection screen. Oh, this feels like a higher frame rate. Like the menu screen feels to be going at a pretty good frame rate. We just have to deal with a slow character load. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that. It was supposed to be like a roguey stealth assassin type, so you sneak and you stab, so it makes sense. Honestly, I couldn't think of anything better at the time. Like on the Battle for Azeroth beta, I named my rogue, the pre-made rogue, Shadow Stab, as in Mikey stabs. See, now we're back up, and now we're down into the 40s again. Alright, well, whatever. Let's just deal with it as best we can. Go this way. Is it in the building? Nope. Now it's telling us to go leave the building. Yeah, the sneak and stab one is a Nightblade. This character is a Dragon Knight, but I don't use that many Dragon Knight spells. I mostly use two-handed skills. I don't have any prescribed build. I just try and cater to my playstyle. I'm not trying to be competitive or anything, so... Oh, wait. I have to talk to the crow there. I totally jumped prematurely. Not the first time I've done that. Okay, now we get to go around the building again. We go up and over this way? Aha! A lot quicker than going around.
Fools and fools, hard to know which is which, or who is who. Choose poorly and wind up dead.
Couldn't hear the crow over the damn music.
How so I was, and nothing more. But if a crow can spy someone, so can a spy. But you know the true threat now. Imperials! Now, you must listen to me. Uella, they call me, those that follow. From the Reach we come to conquer this land, but the enemy of an enemy is a friend.
It's not entirely true.
My Reachmen march this way. Evermore will be ours, but not if Imperials have it. They are a threat right now for you and me. You need friends. Let us be friends and join together to beat our common foe.
I don't like how most games make the music so freaking loud. It's just, like, I want to hear the dialogue and I can't over the stupid music. I need to turn that down.
Temporary truce. Neither one said you cannot strike down spies, but my crows can. Pretty little.
Alright, let's go into the options. I like music, but I don't like hearing it over dialogue. What's the dialogue volume at? I always maximize dialogue volume, and it appears it already is. whistling? Oh, it's just the banner. I hear a cat.
One thing is sure, if the Reachmen attack, they will spare no one. Ah, did you hear the voice of reason and come to listen more closely? The Reachmen are at the city's doorstep. Simple. Surrender the city to Imperial control, if the Imperials have Evermore.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, but a really well done like game, you don't notice the music. It just sits there to enhance the mood, but it doesn't overpower everything. Like if a game makes the music too loud, like one game that's really terrible with making the music too loud is the Far Cry franchise. Like most of them, they just make the game the music obnoxiously loud. There's nothing particularly great about it either. The music is okay.
Rumors about... another sharp-minded citizen. Do you also prefer not to be ravaged by... Strength. That is the only thing that will stop the invaders. Where can we find it?
Alright, so one more.
Here's someone who's seen a battle.
Evermore is doomed without Imperial assistance.
It's so ridiculous, though. Alright, so let's investigate the South Alley, which is south, presumably. Let's slow down. If we have to get into combat, we're going to need our... Oh, hello.
I liked you, friend. I did. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
I'm trying to remember my keybinds. Alright, let's go back and meet the Queen.
What?
You know, then also on the topic of like music in games and why music shouldn't be overpowering, I actually use audio cues a lot in games. Like a lot. I use like the position, you know, where it is in the stereo panning, stuff like that. I actually use audio in games. I can't play games without sound.
Tell me, though, is the city safe? Have the Imperial spies been dealt with? Excellent. Then dealing with the rat I let into the castle is all that remains, if we can just find whatever hole he's scurried into. No, but what about Sir Jarnet and Glarica? All three of you deserve a medal after this is done with. No. Glarica. Glarica is gone? But why? She was an innocent young girl. I knew the Imperials were heartless, but do they have no honor at all? Wrenchant. He's responsible for this too. Where is that bastard? Yes, he's actually most likely to be down in Eamon's private rooms. Unworthy swine that he is. Will you come with me? I could call the guard, but it might be better if you and I just deal with this quickly and quietly.
Someone told me that the Library of Dusk is a trap for
Wrenchant, you bastard! I rue the day I gave you the throne. What you've done is nothing less than treason!
Welcome back, Argella. Good work. First, you ran this kingdom into the ground, then you dumped it into my lap. Now the two of you repay me by sabotaging my plans and destroying any hope we had of surviving the Reachman attack. Of course they were. Have you seen the Reachman's numbers? You think you can take them all on yourself? You cut off one head, but there are thousands more, and they are barbarians. You've doomed the people of this city to a fate worse than death. Whatever it was, the alternative was death. Listen, there's nothing more to say. If you expect me to apologize and plead for mercy, you're out of luck. I was doing the right thing. Lock me up if you must, but I don't deserve death.
You know what? Let's let the Queen decide. It is her kingdom.
Very well then. Argella, my fate is in your hands. You know I made the only rational choice.
I wouldn't call it rational, Wrenchant. I would call it cowardly. Aemond died defending this kingdom, and you'll die for betraying it. Now that he's been dealt with, we have real work to do. Please, meet me outside.
I'm close to level 50. Not sure I'll get it today, but I'll probably get pretty close.
Thank you for dealing with that situation. I know it wasn't pleasant, but life just isn't always a pleasant thing. Certainly not in my case. Nevertheless, we have responsibilities we cannot simply ignore. Glarica taught me that. And you, of course. I know. I feel partially responsible for her death. But if I give in to remorse or sorrow, I would be doing her a dishonor. From now on, I'm going to honor Eamon's legacy, rule as he would have, as he and Glarica would want me to. No matter what the future holds, Evermore is deeply indebted to you.
Alright, let's see if we have any,
Rain will soon end. We are enemies again, you and I. Is that the sound of battle I hear? The Imperial's tricks are undone, but your stone city will still fall. Through Crow's eyes, I spy your weak defenses. These lands belong to the Reach, and we will soon sweep. Don't need a Crow's eyes to see this. Use your own. Look north. If you do not spy my armies now, you will soon. Count your blessings, though. Death at a Reachman's hand is more merciful than enslavement at an Imperial's. The sooner your fate is accepted, the better we will all feel. I am queen of these lands, not that weak woman over there. Tell her the truth. After the city's sacked, I'm going to peck out her eyes.
I hope you'll forgive me for being blunt, but under the circumstances, there's no time for social niceties. I am still in awe of what you've done to save the city, but did I just see you talking to a crow? So that's why all these crows have descended on the city? Gods, I knew it wasn't a coincidence. Fine, I'll give every guard a bow. I think it's time for us to do some bird hunting. First, though, if you spoke to their leader, what did she say? I see. Not really much of a surprise. The Reachmen are bearing down on Northglen already. We've already sent every soldier we can spare, but there's little chance of turning the tide of battle.
Okay, I gotta let this cat in this room because she's being very insistent.
Once you get there, I'm sure the Reachmen won't know what hit them. Look for Sergeant Antive in Northglen. He was just sent there, but with Captain Huron dead, he's one of my most senior officers. I suppose I'll need to give him a promotion. Sure, he could probably use some encouragement. Tell him I'm going to promote him to lieutenant, assuming we defeat the Reachmen, of course.
Alright, so, time to let the cat in and top off my wine. Yay, more wine. Alright. Where is it exactly? Alright, so it's just off the main road outside of town, so... Yeah, there is a lot of crows.
Where are those scouts? Any help is... Take this concoction, Elgin.
Holy crap, my frame rate, it sucks again.
Look here, smart. I'm expecting you to come back here with at least a few Reachman heads hanging from your belt. We can mount... She said that? Well, I'll be an Argonian's uncle. I thought I'd be sergeant forever. Maybe I can afford that new mace after all. Assuming we beat the Reachman and the Queen stays true to her word. I trust her, though. No? But damn! That stupid Nord! He was in on Duke Renshin's plan, wasn't he? I had a feeling. Well, I guess he got what was coming to him. She said that?
Oh, wait. I already did that dialogue. Let me exit the game real quick and relaunch from scratch to see if that'll fix the frame rate a little bit. I mean, I don't have the most powerful CPU in the world, but I don't know, it's high 40s, it's not too terrible. Alright, so what quests do we have? Be on the call. That was a very short power attack. I did not even have enough time to block it. Just because I couldn't finish the animation and then block. I really hate short power attacks for that reason. Trying to remember the keybind roll. I'm all thumbs, like, when trying to use a controller. Like, I'm much more nimble with inputs when I use keyboard and mouse. I just don't play well with a controller. I find them awkward to use. But they're still fun to use sometimes, so... I don't regret purchasing one.
Reachman filth! You're no Reachman. Stendarr's finally seen it fit to grant me a little mercy. He did? Not Isabeth? I'd hoped she'd gotten the others to the camp by now. She rescued a Weiris and a villager named Laetitia. The Weiris said they're holding an area beneath the alien ruins. Isa said she'd go and see about an alliance. I told them to leave me here. I'd only slow them down with these wounds. Yes, one of the women of the woods. I was taught never to trust them, but Isa thought they could help us retake Northglen and keep the Reachmen out of Evermore. She might still be with them on the shore. There's an entry to the ruins there.
Thank you. I hope to see you back at the camp.
Jenny's outdone herself.
Oh, these look like alien ruins. And water. And a runestone. That one was kind of hard to see.
Another one. Curious. What do you want? She was here. She returned our sister to us, so we are in her debt. The other has a sickness within her, of an unknown kind. We will keep the sick girl away from the land, lest she spread an incurable disease through our woods. If you're curious, speak to Wyris Delphique. She's within the ruins.
I'm close to leveling. I don't think I'll level before the bonus experience runs out, though, depending on how quickly I can do the next couple quests. I think I'll end the stream once I hit level cap.
Wyris Asteria let you in? I trust she had good reason. What drove you to seek me in this house of stone? Ah, you seek this child. She goes nowhere. She's infected and I must determine what it is she carries inside her. It's a seed for certain, though what the Dark Witnesses have cultivated in the fields of Northglen is a mystery. I've one last attempt at a cure. You're just in time to witness the results. Watch and remember what you are about to First, I'll expose the corruption. Look, you can see it plainly. Now to see if I can purge it. Foul creature, be gone! Well, that didn't go as planned. Disturbing, to say the least. So the Dark Witnesses would turn us all into their puppets to reinforce their army and take Evermore. We can't allow that to happen. I tried to draw out the evil, but my spell agitated it, transformed her into one of those abominations roaming Northglen. Small wonder we've seen no prisoners. They've turned them. And as their army grows, so does the threat on the Viridian Woods. The Evermore soldiers? And why should we trust them? If we left the Viridian Woods, they'd cut down our trees in days, and mine the land with no regard for the life harbored there. Take this rune to wither the Reachman's markers in the fields, then cut off Dureg's head. Prove yourself on our side as well, and I'll meet the captain Isabeth spoke of. She left, said she had to search the farmhouses. Are you stalling, or do you truly believe we can trust the soldiers of Evermore? Isabeth spoke of an alliance too before she left. Well, you can finish her work. Will you take Dureg's head? Luck be with you. We'll journey to the Evermore camp if you complete the job. We're closely tied to the land, so we'll know when you've been successful. Whatever the Dark Witnesses are using, yes.
I don't like the way the game changes the field of view and reduces the mouse sensitivity when you're sprinting. Like, the game feels less consistent when you do that. I don't think it enhances the feel of the game. I have a guest. Oh, cooking fire. I was trying to loot.
Strike! No!
Something up here?
What in Moloch's name took you? It's the damn
Anime's black blood. Answer the cry of your servant. Come forth and walk upon the face of Nirn.
I am. Like, you're on the face of Nirn, too. I'm not doing a good job of keeping up my dots, am I? It just waves at it. That's how you destroy the totem. You just wave at it. Let's wave at it some more. God damn, this frame rate's bad. I just kind of plopped forward. Thanks for stopping by, Epiphany. Upstairs or downstairs? Not upstairs. Be downstairs.
You can't stop me! Another victim for the ranks!
I'm badly injured. I need to go.
That power attack fucked me. Good thing I had a, actually had something slotted in there.
Oh, for the love of Mara. I didn't think I'd see the end of this day. Did Captain Gaercroft, my father, send you? I know Durake's plan. He has stores of seeds he plans on using to turn the innocent into pawns for his army. You must destroy the stores. With Durake out of the way and his weapon destroyed, it will leave this army without a leader and a plan. I'm badly injured. Whatever Durake was doing to me, probably trying to implant one of those seeds like the others, has left me too weak. You need to go. Finish the mission without me. Perfect. One of Elgeni's, I bet. This will do nicely.
Remember to always move your torches in an X pattern. Holy shit, the frame rate. There we go. There's our level cap. Yeah, the frame rate's freaking horrid. I think this frame rate issue is probably one of the reasons why I haven't really played it in a month.
Isabeth, you put this company at risk by disobeying orders. Thanks to our new ally here, the Weird agreed to help us drive out the Reachmen. I hope you... Wyrist Delphique, what is the meaning of this?
I thought as much. Captain Garecroft, your scout is infected. Kill her if you wish to maintain this alliance.
I won't kill her based on your word.
Then trust your new ally's word.
I'll make my own judgment. I don't take orders from you.
Father, stop! So it's true. I'm infected. That must be why Elgeni's poultice didn't fully heal me. I wasn't conscious for a while after they captured me. He had time to... Is what Wyrist Delphique says true? Everything I've been through. For this? And my own father won't even acknowledge me as his daughter. But it's worth it, right? My life for an alliance that will save Evermore. I'll let Delphique know I'm ready. I'm sure she won't hesitate, and my father won't stop her. Evermore has always taken priority for him. Evermore and duty. Maybe I follow in his footsteps after all. I've made my decision, Father.
Isabeth, don't be foolish. You can't think straight.
No, Father. I've never been so clear. Wyrist Delphique? Do it. Now, before I change my mind.
Isabeth!
Did you have to burn her alive? Jeez.
The Weird expect an alliance now after they murder my daughter in cold blood? They're lucky I don't have them all killed here and now. After what the Weird did to my daughter, the Wyrist killed her without hesitation. I can't have that unpredictability among my soldiers. Isabeth was a foolish girl. I should have disciplined her better. Made her stronger. She never followed orders. I knew this way of life would get her killed. How can I possibly consent to this alliance with her blood on their hands? Yes, Evermore needs this alliance. But I need... Isabeth's sacrifice will be remembered. You've proven yourself as a great ally to Evermore. I'll agree to this alliance. Together, we'll drive out the Reachmen.
Alright, let's claim our rewards.
The Hagraven is the true evil here.
Alright, let's pick up this quest and then
Even together,
put an end to it, because like my my goal was to like reach level 50, and
with the crows as her spies, you
also
to Jack.
I have a few pieces of gear I can equip. I totally almost forgot about that. Like that. And that. And that. Oh, that's right, I can research that. Let's go do some researching then. Oh god, this frame rate. It was pretty freaking unplayable. If you've been watching the stream since the start, you'll know it didn't start out this way. Alright, so up here.
What?
Actually a really nice trait to research. Now let's deconstruct those. I didn't get any tempers from them. That sucks. Alright, what boots am I using? That's right, I have a max level boots, so we're going to research. I don't want to actually no, they're because they're epic. I want to deconstruct them. I don't want to reach something that's all right. We have the shoulders. All right, so let's deconstruct that. what's our belt? Fell belt. Our boots, fell boots. Got vendors for more, so let's... Where's the clothing vendor?
A fellow clother, is it?
I was beginning to think this fight was...
Frame rate is so bad. Alright. Inventory is probably cleaned up a little bit now. Well, once we go to the bank. Do that real quick. Oh yeah, let's
By Zenithar.
let's deposit some stuff. Turquoise, ingots. I don't know why I put those there. I'm starting to get kind of tired too. I guess that's pretty much it for now. Alright. Well, I want to thank everyone for stopping by. I am getting unplayable at this point, so I will let you go. I'll probably continue drinking wine, though. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.